Guys, different thing as to my last YouTube video. I'm going to do a review of the Europa League games. I'm going to pick out 5 games that I think we should talk about. Different kind of video, see how it goes. You're probably wondering why are you doing a Europa League review? Champions League's where it's at. Well, I think the Europa League is a great competition. I feel it's discredited by a lot of managers in more established leagues where the money is. But teams from, say, the lesser invested leagues, such as the Dutch League, the Czech League, the Israeli League, all these, the teams that you'll see pop up in the Champions League every now and then, maybe cause an upset or two, but the leagues don't get funded that well, and the Europa League is massive to these teams. So I think it should be treated with respect, and it should be appreciated for what it brings to these teams, which is why I'm talking about it. So first game I'm going to talk about is Feyenoord versus Manchester United. Obviously, leaning on from my point, Jose Mourinho is a classic example of someone who doesn't take this competition very seriously. Made 8 changes for the game against Feyenoord, and it ended up biting him on the arse, to be honest, because he conceded in the 79th minute with Wilhelmer, I think his name is, offside goal. But, you know, they dominated proceedings, just weren't clinical enough. At the end of the day, score goals, win games, and for whatever reason United couldn't score. And if you needed proof just to show how important this competition is, Feyenoord did a lap of honour after beating Manchester United in the Europa League. Massive scalp for them, and this is a team that should be respected. They've won 5 in 5 in the Eredivisie. They are top. They're no pushovers, and to make 8 changes against them, yes, you've got a big squad and you need to change players around, keep them happy, but you showed the opposition the respect. I think it was a bit disrespectful. Great result for Feyenoord, and what a way to start off. Second game I'm going to bring up is, of course, AZ Alkmaar versus Dundalk. Dundalk are the real fairy tale story of this. Just their Champions League qualification stages was a fairy tale in itself, but they've actually made it to a European competition, emulating the success that Shamrock Rovers sort of got to, and they qualified. But Dundalk have gone one better, and they've managed to get a result, a 1-1 draw against AZ Alkmaar, who, I'll be honest, they are no pushovers. You'll know Vincent Janssen, who was the top goal scorer last season, who's now at Tottenham. They've got a decent history in the past few years, and they were no pushovers. Took the lead in this one, AZ. Voitens, with a very brave header. It was a lengthy stoppage afterwards. I think he got a serious injury. His playmates were clearly shaken and emotional when they saw him on the floor. So, get well soon, because the bravery to get that header in, you deserve, the opportunity to recover from that. But that's not all. Just to make Dundalk's job even harder, they got a red card in the 71st minute, I believe. But 89th minute equaliser from a player who broke his back in April, who was wearing a neck brace for 10 days after that. It's just, he couldn't write this stuff. Great result for Dundalk. And just to mention that, I don't know if you saw it doing the rounds on social media, but the WhatsApp group post from Dundalk fans where their coach broke down, and the Dundalk players' coach actually stopped and picked them up and took them to the airport. I mean, that's what makes football brilliant. The game I'm going to bring up is Inter Milan versus Hapoel Beersheva. Beersheva, you'll know, who run Celtic very close to the Champions League round. We're 5-2 down in the first leg and managed to pull it back to 5-4 in aggregate, and they dominated that second leg. Frank de Boer's having a rocky start going in there. Made a lot of changes, left out Miranda, left out Banega, left out Cardi, and it's come to, bite them on the backside, essentially. 2 goals from Miguel Victor and Mayo Bizagalo. You probably see me looking at the names, because I'll be honest, I don't know much about Beersheva, but brilliant result for them. I think they were Israeli champions last year, and to be in a European competition for them is a bonus because of the financial rewards that gets, and the stories of a lifetime for the players. To beat Inter Milan in their own backyard 2-0 as well, you just couldn't write that up. But yeah, Inter really struggling. Fourth game I'm going to bring up is Ajax and Panathinaikos. Ajax completely crashed out of the Champions League qualification stages to Rostov. 4-1 loss in the second leg. It was a bit of a shock, but it managed to eventually redeem some pride in this Europa League first game. But they were 1-0 down within 5 minutes against Panathinaikos, which isn't great. Former West Brom striker Marcus Burke scored the opener, but Berzin Traore got the equaliser, and then Ajax were awarded a penalty. Klaassen missed to a Luke Steele save. Luke Steele, you might remember from Manchester United and more famously Barnsley. If you remember the FA Cup game, that's probably about 8 years ago now, where Barnsley beat Liverpool at Anfield, and his display was heroic, to say the least. So yeah, it was a very ill-tempered game as well. 9 yellow cards, 3 reds, 2 for Panathinaikos, 1 for Ajax. A good result for Ajax. Competition they could really do well in. I mean, last year Sparta Prague got into the quarterfinals. It shows when you do take this competition seriously and you really go for it, you can do well in it. My final game I want to talk about is Maccabi Tel Aviv versus Zenit St. Petersburg. Now, you might be wondering why on earth are you talking about this game? But Maccabi Tel Aviv were 3-0 up, cruising, 76 minutes to go, and then within 13 minutes, Zenit scored 3. Maccabi Tel Aviv were down to 10 men. In the 91st minute, Zenit scored the winner. I mean, it's just outrageous. It's one of those results when you're flicking through your phone and you think, what on earth has happened in that game? The manager of Zenit, never been involved in a game like that in his entire career, and he's got a very long career. That's what he said. Phenomenal result. So they were my 5 games to talk about in the Europa League. So if you do like this sort of video, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon.